What is up, guys? My name is Zach. I'm 17, and last month I generated over $30,000 from my online businesses. And in today's video, I'm going to show you guys exactly how I've been able to build businesses that can generate this kind of revenue, how I'm automating these businesses using AI, and how I'll start streamlining my entire business using an AI agents first approach. But anyways, as we can see here, I've gone ahead and added up all my different revenue sources from last month, April of 2026. And as we can see, we crossed over $30,000 in revenue, which is just insane. Now, I want to take a moment to break down each of my different revenue sources, and I'll start obviously here on the left at my biggest revenue source, which is my software business, LitPal.ai. So if you don't already know, I run a SaaS business called LitPal.ai. It's an AI software that helps self-publishers create books quickly using AI tools. And as you can see, last month, we generated over $29,000 in revenue, just shy of $30,000. Literally, I got rage rated so hard. I'm kind of frustrated. I can't believe that we were like $30 away, $40 away from hitting over $30,000 in net volume from LitPal. Really grateful for this, obviously. I wish we could have gotten one more sale. That way it could have been pushed over 30,000. That way the number would have looked a little bit cleaner. But obviously, super grateful for that. And really glad that this business is doing well. The next three income sources are a little bit smaller, but I'll start here at my info/community style business on school. So last month we generated a little bit over $400 from my school community, just from some people signing up. I literally just launched the school community last month. It's a school community talking about AI business and AI software style businesses. And we've had a bunch of people sign up for lifetime memberships recently. So I've generated a little bit over $400 from this, which is obviously pretty cool. And then over here on the right, we have what I refer to as my two passive sources of income. So these are two income streams that I literally do not think about at all, or at least didn't think about at all last month. So obviously here I generated almost $400 in YouTube ad revenue just from YouTube ads on my main channel, Zachary Donovan Official. And then also I generated over $100 in KDP royalties, which literally, this was completely passive. I didn't publish any new books last month and I literally ran 0 ads. I literally just got this as free money. So I'm super, super grateful. Honestly, Amazon KDP is one of those businesses that is just so passive, because recently I haven't been thinking about it at all. The last few months, I've been putting all my focus into my software business that helps self-publishers publish books quicker. And I've moved a lot of my focus away from KDP itself and more into the software side of it. And I'm really grateful that my KDP business can still generate royalties without me even thinking about it at all. Like literally, this is just pure free money. So if we add all these numbers up, it adds up to be over $30,000 in revenue, almost 31K. We were just shy of 31K last month, but obviously that's still pretty good. One small little note: this is not profit, this is revenue. I do actually have bills in my business. So when I show you guys the number here, $30,894, this is revenue, not profit. Probably around 50% of this is profit. Maybe a little more, maybe a little bit less, depending on how you calculate the numbers. But overall, the business is pretty healthy and doing very, very well. So the first thing I want to discuss here is why AI solo businesses are the future, in my opinion, and why agent-first businesses are going to be the new meta towards the end of 2026 and going into early 2027. Because it used to be, to run a successful business, you had to have teams of executives and employees, people for internal management of the company. You used to have all these different roles to manage a company. But now, using AI and AI agents, anybody from around the world can start an online business today, and within a year, 2 years, create a real substantial source of income for themselves using AI. And if you don't believe me, I actually documented the entire process of going from almost nothing to making over $10,000 a month from online business. So you can watch my older videos on this channel if you'd like. I literally documented almost daily the process of building an online business and scaling it to over $10,000 a month. All right, now the first point I want to make is, do I actually run a solo business? And at this point, I kind of run a solo business. I'm actually not fully solo like I used to be. In a sense, I do run a solo business, and that it's just me. I don't have full-time hires working for me right now. I don't have full-time employees, but I actually do work with other people to help me run my online business now. Now, right now, the only real team member I have for my online business is one human video editor who's editing this video right now. I love you, bro. You do the best edits for me always. And then obviously, I automate a lot of my business using various AI agents. I use tools like Claude, Codex, and OpenClaw. And recently, I've been using OpenClaw to actually automate a lot of different tasks in my online business. And I'll get to that in a moment. So the truth is, only recently have I actually started to hire and outsource to people. Now, when I first started documenting my online business journey on this channel a little bit over 7 months ago, I actually stopped working with some of my partners in online business. At this point, I was making almost nothing on the internet, maybe like a few $1,000s a month when I first started documenting it here. And then I went completely solo in online business. And and I fired some editors that I was working with at the time and some different contractors that I'd hired. And then I went completely solo in online business. I did all the video editing myself, all the product development myself, with obviously the help of AI agents. And over the course of about 115 days of documenting it on this channel, I hit my first $10,000 month from online business. I had 0 employees and I had very low expenses in my business. And now we get to where I am today. Now, last month, I literally hit $30,000 in revenue. I've actually started to actively start hiring people again for my online business, but it's still pretty much just me and some AI agents. I'm really just the orchestrator of the entire online business. Obviously, I'm the face of the brands that I'm building, but still, to this day, the only team member I've hired is my video editor, and I've actually been outsourcing a lot of my tasks to AI agents. And now I want to get to the point that I've been trying to make here is that we are in the age of the AI solopreneur. Today, again, almost everybody watching this video can start an online business using AI, do the research with AI, plan it out with AI, and then actually start automating it using AI agents. And the meta that I think we're going to start shifting into as 2026 goes on and as we get into early 2027 is people are going to start building agent-first businesses. Now, what I mean by this is instead of just building basic automated businesses using things like NAN or Make.com, people are actually going to start automating their businesses using intelligent AI agents. And that's actually what I'm doing right now. The reason why agent-first businesses are going to start taking over is because AI agents now have the autonomy to actually be able to do tasks by themselves without needing to actually have a human direct them all the time. Now, the way people have been automating businesses for the past few years has been really simple. They've been using tools like NAN and Make.com for simple workflows that trigger every 8 hours or whatever to get things done in their business. And that's actually what I was doing a couple months ago. But now with AI agents like OpenClaw, Paperclip, Hermes, Claude Code, Codex, there are a ton of different ways you can actually use AI agents to automate your business for you and complete intelligent tasks for you that weren't possible in the past. So what is an agent-first business? Now, what I mean by an agent-first business is before you even start building your AI business, you want to build it with AI agents in mind. So you want to structure the architecture of your business to be built around AI agents running it instead of a human running it. So you want to think of things like agentically running your business, having AI manage expenses. Think of things like AI CEOs that report to you on the business. Now, right now, I'm actually building that out with my OpenClaw bot that I've named Adonis that I've showcased a couple of times on this channel. And recently, I've been using it to help me automate a few aspects of my business. Things like customer support. For the past few months, I've actually kind of been manually responding to customer support emails. I've literally just been opening up Claude or ChatGPT in the other and actually manually responding to each email. But now, recently, over the past week or so, I've actually been starting to automate this entire process using my OpenClaw, which is honestly something I should have been doing months ago. At the moment, my OpenClaw can only write drafts and it can only read the emails and propose responses and put them in my inbox. I don't have it sending them yet because I just want to make sure my emails are perfect. That way I don't mislead a customer. But slowly but surely, I am automating several aspects of my business. 2 other key aspects of automating my business that I've been working on recently are strategy and planning in my business. A lot of the strategy behind how I run my business is actually being formulated using AI agents. Talking back with my OpenClaw, talking back and forth with various AI tools is helping me come up with a more streamlined strategy and plan for how I'm going to run my business over the next year. So now I want to explore the different levels of business when it comes to actually automating your business using AI. And I want to start off with a principle I want to show you guys, and that is that automation always beats out manual labor. If you can automate a task in your business using AI that saves you potentially tens of hours over the next few months, you should absolutely automate, because the truth is, in online business, when you actually start running it, there's always a lot of little micro tasks that steal away your time. Things like responding to emails, things like checking dashboards. These things can actually all be automated using AI. The other day, I actually gave my OpenClaw access to read many of my important business dashboards so it could have real-time data how my business is performing. Now, the other day I started thinking of this idea that in my own online business, there's levels to how I've progressed in online business. So pre-2025 to mid-2026, my online business was structured like this. I made books on Amazon KDP. I tried various internet side hustles like e-commerce, dropshipping, all the various AI side hustles everybody talks about. And I was making YouTube videos. And around this time, I would say I was probably making around $1,000 to $5,000 a month, or maybe even closer to like $3,000 a month. I wasn't making very much. I think I didn't hit my first 5K month until like fall of last year anyways. And I think my best month in Amazon KDP ever was just over $3,000 in royalties. So I wasn't making that much from AI. My business wasn't fully automated, but I was making good progress and I was learning about online business. So then we have here level 2 of online business. And I would say that this started around Q3 of last year, Q3 2025, to around February of this year. So like a month or two ago. And level 2 was I scaled my software business, LitPal.ai, to around $10,000 a month, and I systemized content production. I got into the habit of constantly making YouTube videos, posting content, distributing my product, and improving it as well. But my business wasn't super automated. I was editing all the videos myself, I was doing all the product development very manually, and I was responding to the support emails by myself. And I was doing a lot of tasks that easily could have been automated using AI, but I just didn't automate them because I wasn't building out the automations correctly, and I wasn't using AI agents to the full potential. And now we get to around level 3 here, which I'm going to count as being March 2026 to around now. And this is still in progress. I wouldn't say I'm fully at where I want in my online business. There's still a lot I need to automate. But once I achieve level 3, I'd say that I've probably outsourced around 80% of my daily tasks to AI agents and to hire editors, coaches, and people to help me run my business. So far, over the last few months, I'd say that this phase has started around me making over $20,000 a month online. So the past few months or so. Right now, my goal in online business is to scale to $100,000 a month online. And so automation and using AI agents is going to be a big part of how I actually plan to achieve that goal. So I went ahead and sat down earlier and I thought about what exactly I'm working on right now in my online business. And I came up with 4 main missions that I'm actively working on right now in my online business. And I would say that the first one is obviously systemizing and automating it with AI agents as much as I possibly can, using things like OpenClaw. The second thing I've really been working on recently has been streamlining content production, trying to record as many videos as possible, hiring editors to help me edit my videos quicker. And then the third big thing that I've been working on right now is reducing churn in my SaaS LitPal.ai. One thing I've really been trying to lock in on is improving the product. That way people are less likely to cancel their plans and make sure that the product is more sticky so they stay longer term. And for recently, I've actually been building and experimenting with offers and products for my Zach Sells AI channel, the channel you're watching right now, and other ventures. I've been thinking about other projects to work on and how to really structure offers and products to make as much money as possible. Another thing I've been thinking about is what actually makes the perfect product/offer for an online business. And a lot of these lessons that I've consolidated right here are lessons that I've learned running a software business. So I'll just quickly run through the bullet points of what actually makes the perfect online business. So the first thing is obviously going to be recurring revenue. And recurring revenue, not just in the sense of customer subscriptions, but also revenue that scales with customer success. So I'm talking about businesses that are subscription-based businesses that also apply transaction fees or are usage-based. So think things like Stripe or payment processors that make money on every transaction and scale with a user's success, or an API-style business that scales as users use the API more. The other thing I've been thinking about are businesses that have 70 to 90% margins, really high margin businesses, and that you can run with a very small team, either just solo or with AI agents. The perfect product should also solve a universal pain in a specific niche. It should also replace existing spend and not create a new budget line. So think of businesses that replace an existing spend like an employee or an agency. I've been thinking about businesses that could replace these costs for businesses. You also want to sell to people making money with the tool. You want to have time to value in under 10 minutes with self-serve sign up as an important feature. You also want the product that you build to be visual with a shareable output. You want to have demos built into the software, and you want to make your app screenshotable. You also want to have measurable ROI the customer can point at. So for example, on School, the platform that I use to host my school community, I have a measurable ROI that I can point at being my school payouts. You also want to have the customer's identity tied to the product, high switching costs, a system where customers acquire more customers via virality and affiliate programs, compounding content, and you want to structure again as an AI agent first business. And obviously, as a quick bonus, this product should be promoted by a personal brand. In fact, I think that the most powerful way to make money online in 2026 to 2027 is building an AI business and tying it to a personal brand. I actually think that info products are not the king of monetizing personal brands anymore. The meta for monetizing a personal brand over the past few years has been very simple. Start a YouTube channel, start an Instagram page, start a TikTok page, and sell a school community or a WAP page or a PDF or an online course. And that is literally what I'm doing right now on this channel. I do sell a school community, but I've actually come to the conclusion that that's not the meta for monetizing personal brands anymore. The new meta is building an AI business and then building a personal brand to promote that business. Now, I'm not saying that info is bad. I think info is definitely still very important, but the only reason that I'm actually selling info on this channel is because I haven't actually thought of an AI business that I could really sell to an audience on my Zach Sells AI channel. I am still thinking about it, and I'm sure that I'll announce it once I come up with the product idea. And another reason why I think AI business plus personal brand is the new meta for making money online is that AI businesses can be sold outside of just personal brands. So let's say you run a software business like I do. The majority of my sales from my software business come from my own personal brand, but they also can come from affiliates or other influencers. Not all the traffic comes from me, which gives it potential exit value down the road. When you just sell an info product, info products and info style businesses usually have very, very low enterprise values, if enterprise value at all. And enterprise value, by the way, is how much you can sell your business later down the line. In software, as long as your software isn't directly tied to your name, you can actually sell it later down the line, which makes the combo of building an AI business and marketing with your personal brand so powerful. Those are the things that I've been working on recently. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It's not been a super structured video like my typical approach, but if you guys have really enjoyed this style of content, let me know by leaving a comment down below. If you like this style, I'll be sure to do more of it. Also, if you want to learn more about building AI businesses, especially software style businesses, go ahead and check out my school community, the 10K MRR Blueprint. I'll leave that linked in the description below. But anyways, as always, guys, stay excellent.